Could the future of an entire continent be unfolding right now, in a place most of the world hardly notices? While the West grapples with internal chaos and fading influence, something unexpected is happening in West Africa. In a country that many global powers once dismissed, a bold new vision is taking root. Burkina Faso, yes, that small, often overlooked nation, is making moves that could rewrite Africa's future. And the West? It's watching nervously from the sidelines.
In a move no one saw coming, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has stunned the world by building a brand new city with 50,000 homes, all for the people of Burkina Faso. While other leaders talk, Traoré delivers, transforming dreams into reality for thousands of families.
Something unexpected is happening in West Africa. In a country that many global powers once dismissed, a bold new vision is taking root. Burkina Faso, yes, that small, often overlooked nation, is making moves that could rewrite Africa's future. And the West? It's watching nervously from the sidelines. At the center of it all is President Ibrahim Traoré, a leader who's not just talking about change, he's building it, quite literally. Burkina Faso is in the process of creating a brand new city. But this isn't just a construction project, it's a statement, a warning, a blueprint for an Africa that no longer plays by old rules. The city they're building is about more than buildings and roads. It's a symbol, a turning point. It says, we don't need Western handouts. We don't need permission.
This isn't a photo op or empty promise. It's real homes, real hope, and a bold vision for the future. As poverty and displacement plague many African nations, Traoré has shown the world what true leadership looks like. The West may be watching in disbelief, but Burkina Faso is rising, one brick at a time, from battlefield to blueprint. Traoré's unbelievable urban vision.
In a world where promises are often empty and leadership is measured more by speeches than by action, something extraordinary just happened in the heart of West Africa. A young captain, once dismissed as a passing figure in a region long plagued by instability, has stunned the globe. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso, has just accomplished what few dared to believe was possible. A brand new city, not a gated haven for elites, not a profit-making scheme for foreign investors.
Ibrahim Traoré didn't just command troops, he's now commanding cranes, bulldozers, and bricklayers, because the 36-year-old leader of Burkina Faso just dropped a bombshell. He's building a 50,000-home city for his people. No promises, no political speeches full of hot air, just action. In a country long burdened by poverty and external interference, Traoré is literally laying the foundation for a new future. This is more than housing, it's a statement. He's proving that leadership means service, not selfies. Every blueprint drawn, every cement truck that rolls in is part of a war not fought with guns, but with grit. For dignity, for shelter, for sovereignty. And the kicker? These homes aren't for elites or foreign investors. They're for everyday Burkinabe families. While some leaders sit pretty in gold-plated offices, Traoré is out here building an entire city for his people. This is what governance looks like when it's powered by heart, not greed. If you're not watching Burkina Faso right now, you're sleeping on one of the boldest humanitarian developments of the decade. People laughed when he took power. Now, they're watching, stunned, as he rewrites what's possible for West Africa, with bricks, hope, and an iron will. 50,000 homes? Try 50,000 reasons Traoré is the real deal.
Now, let's dive into the heart of today's story. Imagine waking up in a vibrant, thriving community where your home isn't just a roof over your head, but a space designed for comfort, growth, and belonging. That's the vision behind CGE Immobiliar's newly launched WASA program, a 10,000-home mega-project set to redefine urban living in Burkina Faso. Launched on April 11th in the bustling district of Koubri, this initiative isn't just about bricks and mortar, it's about hope, opportunity, and the government's bold commitment to ensuring every citizen has a place to call home.
Not just shelter, a city designed for life and legacy. This isn't some slapdash emergency shelter setup. Traoré's new city is a masterpiece of planning, purpose-built for long-term living. We're talking full neighborhoods, schools, clinics, running water, electricity, and green spaces. It's not just about putting a roof over people's heads. It's about building a future where families can thrive. For decades, Burkina Faso has been boxed in by colonial leftovers and foreign influence telling it what's realistic. Ibrahim Traoré said to hell with that. He dared to imagine a city where children don't grow up dodging bullets or begging for food, but instead play in parks, study in classrooms, and sleep in safety. This is Afro-urbanism redefined, built by Africans for Africans. Critics want to know where the funding came from, but Traoré doesn't owe them answers. He owes his people a future, and that's exactly what he's delivering. The city layout includes schools powered by solar panels, irrigation systems to keep gardens alive, and healthcare centers that prioritize local wellness over imported medicine. Everything about it says permanence, pride, and people first. No middlemen, no profit motives. Just one bold leader proving that progress doesn't have to come from the West. It can rise right from red Burkina Faso soil. And trust this, once the keys start handing out, the world won't just be shocked, it'll be inspired.
Housing development. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is spearheading a transformative era in Burkina Faso, focusing on housing and urban development to uplift lives of its citizens. In a significant move to support internal displaced people, his administration launched the construction of 1,000 social housing units across various regions, including Central Nord, Plateau Central, and Haute Bassan, with an investment exceeding over 5 million francs. Beyond housing, Traoré's vision encompasses the modernization of urban infrastructure, rehabilitating roads, constructing new thoroughways, and enhancing public spaces to create more functional and livable cities.
Economic earthquake, job creation like never before. This isn't just a housing project, it's an economic ignition switch. Traoré's 50,000 home mega initiative has already created tens of thousands of jobs for local Burkina Faso workers. From bricklayers and engineers to cooks and transport operators, this city isn't just a place to live, it's a place to earn. Traoré didn't bring in expensive foreign contractors with inflated price tags. He said, "Our people will build our future." And with that, the gears of a new local economy started grinding. Tradespeople who once struggled to find daily work are now clocking in 6 days a week with pride. Young men and women are being trained in construction, solar energy, plumbing, and project management. This isn't handouts, it's empowerment. And here's the kicker. Traoré has structured it all to keep profits circulating within Burkina Faso. Local suppliers, local vendors, local everything. You don't see this often, especially in Africa, where Western aid projects too often leave nothing but debt and dependency. But Traoré flipped the script. He's investing in the human capital his country already has, and giving them the tools to build something monumental. This city is already paying dividends, not just in cement and steel, but in confidence and self-worth. Forget foreign aid. This is Burkina Faso made, Burkina Faso paid, and Burkina Faso proud. And Traoré is just getting started. Housing the displaced, a leader who remembers the forgotten. Burkina Faso has been ravaged by conflict for years, with over 2 million internally displaced people. While the world debated and donated sporadically, Ibrahim Traoré made a concrete decision, literally. These 50,000 homes are for them. For the farmers who had to flee their fields, for the women who lost their homes and dignity, for the kids who've grown up sleeping under tarps and in abandoned schools. Traoré hasn't forgotten them. In fact, they were the first people he thought of when he greenlit this project. And it's not just about moving them into homes, it's about restoring identity, giving them a postal address, a sense of belonging. You don't get that in a refugee tent. You get that in a real neighborhood with streets, shops, and community centers. What's more, these homes are being given free of charge. Let that sink in. In a world where billionaires hoard wealth and rent prices skyrocket, one African leader just gave tens of thousands of people a permanent place to live, without asking for a single franc. He saw the crisis, he felt the pain, and instead of outsourcing the solution, he became the solution. This is not charity, it's leadership with teeth. And to every displaced Burkina Faso, it's proof that they're finally seen, heard, and home.
For decades, Africa has been told the same story. The story that we are not ready. The story that we need foreign aid. The story that without Western intervention, we cannot develop our own nations. But today, in the heart of West Africa, a new story is being written. a story of self-reliance, of progress, of a bold vision that does not wait for permission from former colonizers. And that story is unfolding in Burkina Faso. Traore City is a groundbreaking new urban development that is changing everything.
A message to the world: Africa can build its own future. This city is a message, a loud, clear, unapologetic declaration to the rest of the world. Africa is capable. For too long, outsiders have portrayed African nations as dependent, desperate, and directionless. Ibrahim Traoré just dropped a 50,000-home truth bomb that obliterates that stereotype. There were no World Bank loans with predatory terms, no IMF strings attached, no foreign NGO running the show. This is Burkina Faso, funded by Burkina Faso, built by Burkina Faso. It's hard to overstate how seismic that is. Every concrete block laid is a vote for sovereignty. Every home that rises shouts, "We got this." And it's not just about one city, it's about resetting the narrative. Traoré's message is simple: we're not waiting for help, we're doing it ourselves. That energy is contagious. Other African leaders are now watching closely, wondering if they too can follow suit. Why not? Traoré didn't inherit some oil-rich paradise. He's working with a landlocked country facing terrorism, drought, and poverty, and still, he's building cities. So, what's stopping the others? Maybe it's time they take notes, because while some leaders are shaking hands abroad, Traoré is shaking the system, and his people are getting the benefits. No middleman required. This is African independence, not just in theory, but in action. Sustainability and tradition, the architecture of identity. Traoré didn't just build homes, he built identity into the architecture. The city's design fuses modern engineering with traditional Burkinabe styles. Thatched aesthetics meet solar panels. Wide communal courtyards meet eco-friendly irrigation. This is sustainability married to culture. No copy-paste European blocks, no soulless concrete jungles. These homes reflect the people who live in them. The materials, sourced locally. The designs, inspired by the ancestral compounds of the Mossi, Bobo, and Fulani. Traoré made sure the new doesn't erase the old, but enhances it. It's a powerful cultural statement. We are not ashamed of who we are. We build with our hands, our minds, and our heritage. And we do it responsibly. Solar energy powers entire zones. Rainwater harvesting systems reduce waste. Green belts around neighborhoods cool the area and produce food. It's a smart city, but it's not trying to be Silicon Valley. It's trying to be Burkina Faso, reimagined. For Traoré, sustainability isn't a buzzword, it's survival. Climate change is real, and this city is designed to withstand its punch. The homes are built to stay cool in heat waves, resist floods, and conserve resources. And that means they'll last, not just for this generation, but for the next. That's the mark of true leadership, thinking long after your term ends. The people react. Hope is back in Burkina Faso. Walk the dusty streets of Ouagadougou today, and you'll hear a new word on everyone's lips: hope. For years, Burkina Faso has battled instability, fear, and neglect. But now, with the 50,000-home city under construction, people are talking about the future like it's finally within reach. Mothers dream of tucking their kids into clean beds, not makeshift mats. Fathers finally believe they'll leave their children more than just survival. They'll leave them a home. And the youth? They're fired up. No more waiting to escape the country to find purpose. That purpose is being built right here, brick by brick. This is bigger than just walls and roofs. It's about belonging. It's about saying, I matter. My life matters. My story matters. That emotional shift is everything. And they're crediting one man, Ibrahim Traoré. Street vendors wear shirts with his face on them. Graffiti artists tag his name on walls. Songs are being written, poems recited, all in gratitude. Because when a leader chooses the people respond. Not with fear, with fire, with loyalty, with love. Traoré didn't ask to be idolized, he just delivered. And in doing so, he reignited something no foreign aid could ever buy: belief in a better tomorrow. For Burkina Faso, hope isn't abstract anymore. It's moving in.
He's rejecting Western aid, cutting ties with former colonial powers like France. Under President Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso is building a bold future. Traoré's all about action. He's expelled French troops. What if one small African nation could change the world? Right now, in Burkina Faso, a place many overlook, a young leader is building something extraordinary. President Ibrahim Traoré isn't just discussing freedom from Western control, he's creating it. A new city built by Africans for Africans, with no foreign strings attached. They're calling it Renaissance City, a symbol of hope and defiance. This isn't just a project, it's a revolution. And the West, they're nervous.
The legacy begins. What Traoré means for Africa's next generation. This city isn't the end of Traoré's story. It's just the opening chapter of a legacy of bold leadership, of nation-first politics, of results over rhetoric. Young Africans from Lagos to Lusaka are watching him, not because he's perfect, but because he's principled. He's young, fearless, and fiercely committed to doing what most presidents won't, putting people before power. And let's be clear, this city will outlive politics. Long after his name stops trending, the families living in these 50,000 homes will still wake up every day under safe roofs, drink clean water, and raise kids who will never know the pain of displacement. That's real impact. That's generational. While other leaders chase headlines, Traoré is chasing history. He's not trying to look powerful. He's using power to do something that actually matters. And it's working. He's setting a precedent that future African leaders will have to match. Because now the people know what's possible. They've seen it, lived it, touched it. You can't unsee a miracle like this. And Traoré, he's just getting warmed up. Whether he builds another 50,000 or 500,000 homes, one truth is now etched in the red clay of Burkina Faso forever. Ibrahim Traoré didn't just talk revolution, he built it. This massive housing project isn't just about infrastructure. It's about dignity, stability, and a better life for everyday citizens. Captain Traoré has proven he's not in power for profit, but for purpose. While global powers scramble to react, Burkina Faso is building, literally, a future where no one is left behind. With 50,000 homes now ready, Traoré's legacy as a leader of the people is cemented. The world may try to silence him, but this city speaks volumes. Burkina Faso is no longer begging for change, it's leading it. And the people finally have a place to call home.